Here we have regular React app, and in the app.css you can see there's a form element which contains age, name and age, and nothing else here. And I already import app.css in this tutorial. I am not gonna work on any CSS here. Today we only focus on dynamic forms. As a first step, I'm gonna uh, make our form state. You can call it any name, but uh, and this should be use state, and inside this one, in this form element, it should be array because it contain multiple of our names. At, inside that array, there's an object, and the first parameter is called name, and second one is age. You can see when it comes to dynamic forms, the user could add multiple object like this and edit each individual items without affecting to others. So as the initial state, we use one object here. Then that's all for that. Then after, what we're gonna do, we have to sync these value with this input. To sync this value, we need value for our input, and okay, get rid of that one, and we have to map these value over this form. To do that one, I'm gonna wrap this around div and copy it here. Um, the reason why I am wrap this one, because when we map in some array or object in React, it should have single parent. So now it has single parent. Then I'm gonna map this one. You can see it suggests me some things. Okay, let's use that one. And it okay. Now what we're gonna do, we loop this form array. We map this form array to this one, and there's a error showing. Let's see, and we can map value form item. No, item dot name, and for the age, value item dot age. And when you use in loop in the React, you should definitely use the key here. And I'm going to use index. You can use any other values. Now you can see the errors are disappeared. To know is this value binded to these inputs correctly, change this to some value, then it should be appear here, because these value are get binded with here. But in here you can't change this one because there's a no on change or on blur function here. Okay, you can see if I add another object here, oh sorry, if I add another object, it double in this value, it means it repeating this value and make it as a dynamic one. So first of all, to add this one, I'm going to add some HTML first, then we can add other things. Then I'm going to add new button called add the item. Okay, what we're gonna do, when we click in this button, it should add new form element here, and to each form element there's a delete button also. Delete, it means it's at the end of this form. Okay, it means we could delete these each added element except the already first one. And what else we have to add, we can delete, and we can edit this value. For now we can go forward with this. And First of all, I'm going to make new function called handle form values, and it get in our event as well as index. Okay, event. You can use any value, but for now I use event and index. You can use any names here, it doesn't matter. And here, to get this one and make it as a super dynamic, first of all we have to uh, make it as give appropriate name for these inputs. So here I'm going to give name as name, this name as age. Now each input has name, property, value, and to bind with this function we have to have on change here. In here you can see it's auto completed. We pass these input event as well as the index of the each row to this function. We need exactly same here. And in this function, first of all we have to set form value, set form, and there's a function, and we got previous value callback. In here we are in this form it get the state form with the previous value, and you can use call it anything, previous value, then return it here. And for the and we get a copy of our form. It means the logic is here. First of all, in this inside this set function we got callback, and here it return our previous value. It means in this example, in this state, these two values, and we create in copy of that value, and we create new constant from that. It means simply we create copy of these here, and in this copy we first of all uh, uh, access with index. It means we select the which row, then the event.target.name. It means the by this name we select which field, then we assign that appropriate value to that one, then it's return new form. By this return, it's this set state get refreshed. Okay, then we console.log form, and we can add form here. And you can see, go to inspect console, provide the value prop to form field without an on change. Okay, we can clear this one for now. Okay, now what we expect here, when we change in this field, it should update these use states. You can see information 24, and you can see can you see in the first array, in the first child, it means that by the first index it's update name as well as age. If you delete this one, you can see it's only update appropriate field. It does not change the already added values here. So the first step is okay. You can use this function. I no need to rewrite the function again and again and function each and every element to functions. You can see it's by it index and the name, it's edit these values. Then after, for the delete function, I'm gonna add on click, and I'm gonna make const handle delete, delete, and here we only get index here because by the index we can delete the value. It's very easy. First of all, First of all, same as the previous one, it's get callback, and we used get the copy and the splice. By the splice means that it's JavaScript. Uh, if you don't know or you need to get better understanding, you can search this in MDN web docs. It's explain each and every JavaScript built-in methods there. So it means splice method of an array instance changes the content of an array by removing or replacing existing element and or adding a new elements. It means by splice method we can add uh, or remove the existing elements there. Okay, as it needs two parameters list. First one is the element and other one is the index. Simply that's all for this one, and we return the change object here. You can see we get the copy, we do the change, then assign, then return this value, then return value set to this function. Easy as this one. Then you can call this function and pass index here. It's very easy. Let's check our app. We have already added app here, and when you delete in this one, you can see the item get disappeared. You can see initially we have item. When you delete in this one, it's get delete. So then after we have to add the add function. Add function is very simple. Const handle add form item form item. It's a regular arrow function, and what we're gonna do, we just have to get the previous one and okay, I will auto complete this one and explain later. In here also we doing same thing. First of all, we get the callback function from this use state set function and get the copy. Then to this function we push new object with empty values, then update that value in set state. That's easy. Okay, we can check these value whether it's working or not. On click and we'll click item and call the function. Call the function. Okay, that's all for this one. You can see when you add in this one, it added every value. How would you know it's added get added from this value? If we set initial value as this one and added, you can see it's already added some value there. And when it comes to this array, you can see the first 6 objects are empty, the names are empty, but the 7th one is get value. So it's simple as this one. You can delete. Okay, now our dynamic form is almost all complete. You can see it is very clean and very simple form, and it's not very hard as it says. You can have very complex object and data types here. According to that, if you have inherited object, like it means let's say if we have some class property class value, and inside that class there's another subject, something like that, then you have to change this function. But for now you can use the use this function to update this level of form items. Now delete is okay, then add form item also okay. Then what we have what we are going to do, we have to remove the delete from the first item, because we have to keep this item and we don't need delete for the first item. So to do that one, it's very easy. By checking in the every array, the first element index of the first element is 0, so we can check from that one. Just wrap these around by the parentheses, then check the index. If index is 0, and show this one, you can see now according to this logic it only should show for the first element. Let's add this one. You can see there's a no delete on here because it only show for the first element of the array. So we have to revert this function Simple as this one. Now you can see there's a no delete on the first one, and you can add multiple tons of things and name 1, name 2, and you can use random values there. 4. I'm using custom values here, and you can see in this console value each and value get updated. And when you delete this one, let's say we have deleted this one first one and second one. Oh, there's a bug there. Okay, we have to check this there. The delete, when you have multiple items, okay, let's add multiple items and delete. This work fine. Okay, we have multiple item and delete. Okay, it's work. Okay. Um, let's check. We have values there. Oh, there's a something. Wait. There's a some bug here. So handle delete. We get the previous value, then get splice. It means they remove the first one, then return new form. Okay. To check that one, we can add name 1 23, name 2 24, name the 3, yeah, 25, name 4 26, and name name 5 27. Okay, now we have values, and this on change function works with no doubts. It's handling all the values, and we can delete this one. When you delete this one, it's value change. Okay, now it's working. It means there's nothing wrong with this on change function, and the add form also work fine, but there's a doubt with this handle delete one. Okay, we can delete this one, and I'm going to delete name 4. It means oh, there's something wrong here. First of all, okay, let's debug this one. Name 1 23, name 2 24, name 3 25, and name 4 26. Okay, and we have values here. What is gonna happen if I change this value? It means it's the index. Okay, before delete this value, let's commit this one and check whether index is coming correctly. Console.log index. Now you can see the old index here. Okay. Something wrong that. Let's see. Button on click, or it should work. And we'll delete. It's fine. Let's call this one like this. Okay, delete. It means something for
2,000 years later.
Hello guys, I am back. I just realized it happens due to nothing wrong with this function or calling one. This function is almost okay. What is happen if you're using these elements if you're using any button inside this form element, it behave as submit buttons by the default. So we can keep it as previous and make this button as button. Now it should be okay. Now I think it should be okay. Yeah, now it's working fine. You can see. we add values there. Um, that that cause of if you don't pass the type here inside any form element HTML, it's get as its submit button. So by the default it get reset by the submit button. That's why it's when you click the delete, it's refresh the form. uh, okay, now you can delete anything here. You can see in the form it's get updated from the 3 when it deleted. So it's very simple code there. Okay, now we can clean this one. Okay, now back to our code, what you call the code review part. First of all, we have array of forms, and initially it has name and age. If you don't want, you can just delete this one, and it initially don't have any forms, and you can add it from the first one. And if you have any, you can keep this one if you want to have any forms at the initial state. And these the functions for the form handle form values. It means a change in each individual name and age from the each row. And this is for the deleting, and this is for the add new item. And you can see we use same pattern for those three. And here we splice this and get removed this item, and here we change this function. It means we push this object to this array, then this we set this uh, new array to our use state. Simple as this one. And you can see there's nothing rocket science here. It's just HTML elements with inside the JSX in React. You can see I have used the name, value, and on change. And you don't need others are not the necessary one, but you should use if you have if you want to get rid of any warnings and compatibilities, as well as some errors and warnings. And keep in mind you have to use these index. It's very important to update and keep the React state and to help the React correctly. That's all for today's tutorial. It's very simple to make dynamic forms. You can have complex form there. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, and it's now 105. I know it's a dumb shit, but subscribe and help me to get reach out there. Thanks again.